everyone, welcome back to the Inky Owl Studio. I am so happy to have you here today. I am continuing to working on this Autumn Realm digital kit, and I am making ephemera, and hopefully this will be finished very soon. So today I'm going to make, I was going to show you just sort of a fun way to use safety pins and kind of make safety pin charms for the tags. It's just a fun way. It's just something different that you don't see every day. Here's one that I made. Really cute. And it's just, just a little bit of extra interest inside on your tag. So I'll show you very quickly how I go about doing that. So I did try to age these safety pins a little bit, so they're, I wouldn't call them rusty, but they are definitely tarnished a little bit. I put in equal amounts of vinegar and hydrogen peroxide, stirred it up a little bit, and these were really shiny brass ones. So that's how I kind of tarnished them up. But you can use the shiny ones too. Anywho's, and they're small. I would say these are probably a little over an inch, maybe, inch and an eighth, inch and a quarter, something like that. I don't know. It depends on what size your tag is. Of course, you could use larger, or you could use smaller if you have the dexterity to handle it. So I am going to just I'm going to be decorating this tag here and get out some beads I've had laying around. And so what, you don't have to put beads. You could put charms on here. You could put a charm. You could put anything down here, but I just load up this little section right here. Let's see. There we go. Just going to put in some little cuties here. I thought the wooden beads would look really nice with the autumn theme. So yeah, just load them up there like that, and I used the part that you pin, because of course you can't get there because of the, now they do sell safety pins without the curl, and if you have small enough beads you can sometimes get over there, but we don't need to. We need one side open actually, so this is perfect. And then I got like a piece of cloth. Now you could get a piece of ribbon, if anything like that. And I put it through here. Now what really helped to keep the safety pin stable, like, this is kind of stable there, was to put a little bead of glue right here, and it kind of helped the cloth from shifting and the safety pin from hanging crookedly. So I just put that in there, and pinch it. All right. You can, I guess, make them both straight. I guess it doesn't really matter. So I just pinch that till it's dried somewhat. And now what I intend to do with these tags is sew around them and put some tea stain paper on the back. So I am going to lay this here and sew around it, but to keep it from shifting too much, I do put just a little bit, just a little dab, to kind of keep it from shifting while you're sewing. And just enough to where the foot of your machine can pass over, so it's about an inch down, something like that. So I'm going to go and sew these. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I've sewn around it with some tea stain paper, and so I can now just trim this down to whatever I think I want. Maybe I'll just try to do it this way, kind of give it a little V in there. So that becomes your little pull tab. whatever you put up there. And you could put lace there. You could put a variety of textiles. But there we go. That's kind of cute. Just adds a little bit of sparkle. I mean, you put bling on here. You could put things that are really shiny, depending upon the theme of your journal. So it just makes it kind of fun looking. Like this one here, I did not tarnish this safety pin, so it's kind of bright. But I liked it because there is so much going on here. It kind of just pops out. And I added a little bit of fabric down here. You could definitely put charms down here. Oh, in fact, I was thinking in the future, when I make a steampunk journal, I think, would this would be so fun. Have these little gears hanging down here. How cute is that? So yeah, little charms would be fun on this. Now, in case you don't want to sew or you don't have a sewing machine, this still works with a hole. So we'll just say this is your tag here, and you prepare your safety pin just like what we did before, and I'm using a ribbon, and I can just stick her in here, and you can just tie it, and it really works just as well. Yeah, it'll work. Now, I'm not going to tie it tightly because I want to use this for something else, but yeah, you could put inside that little hole, and you still can use this as a little charm. And if you wanted to, you could glue it down if you didn't like it, you know, sticking up so much, or you want to hide that hole, you could glue that ribbon down a little bit onto the tag. But it works this way as well. So I just wanted to point that out to you. So now the second thing I'm going to do is, and I had showed these before, these slender pocket envelopes, and I just took a business size envelope and cut it in half, and for me it was 2 inches, the long way there. And I'm going to figure out about how, this one I already figured it out, so I just snip it off right about where I think I want it inside my journal. Now I plan to make belly bands out of these, so to, you know, cover up that part there. Now you could put a bead of glue down here, but then you kind of stuck with this plain paper, which, you know, can be worked around too. But I do have this paper here that I wanted to use, and since it's going to be a belly band, I am not going to worry about the back. But if I were not going to, if it's going to be a floating pocket, I would want to cut a piece that was twice the width plus another 1/4 of an inch, so that there would be, you know, an overlap here in the back. But since I'm not doing that, then this is fine, just fine. So I'm going to run a little piece of glue down here on the bottom, over here on the top, and maybe right along here, just like that. Stick it in after I made little creases and folds on there. Nope, let's get this more even there. Okay. And then just glue this part right here. Very easy. Oh, yeah, you do want to get this part here glued up so that when you're sticking your tag in and out, you don't accidentally tear that. Go right down here. All right. So there, it's all covered. And just snip off the top. There you go. Now you could stop here for sure, but I'm going to do a little bit more on it. Now what I was doing there for a while is having something peek out the top. I think I did in Dee Dee's challenge, I think I did that for some Christmas, or no, fall. It was something, some kind of a theme where I had a little image that you pull out like a butterfly or things like that. But for this time, I am simply going to put in a little tag there at the top. And I've got some cardstock that I printed over lined paper. And I'm going to, instead of just putting one strip down, which I've done in the past, I am putting doubled. So you'll want your piece to be, you don't want your piece to be too wide. So say this were 2 inches, then you would probably want to cut a piece that's like 3 3/4 inch wide this way, and then just fold it in half. Mine's a little bit more narrow, but that way it will slip in and out. And I want to put in this cute little tag punch. Yeah, you know, bought it years ago from Stampin' Up, the whale punch. I guess it was a bargain. I thought it was expensive at the time, but now I guess they really are expensive because they're so hard to find. And I want this to stick up a little bit. So let me see this old one here. Yeah, I'm going to clip it off right here, just so it sticks up. And you could put all kinds of decorative tabs on here. All kinds. But I'm going to put this on here. Little pull tab. Oh, this morning it was so wonderful. I woke up this morning and stepped outside and took my first breath of fresh air since, I would say, May down here in Florida. I think it got down at least to the lower 70s and the humidity fell. I had a cold front come through and it was like heavenly out, heavenly. Spent a little time outside. It won't last, but hey, I am going to enjoy it while it's here. There, and there's that. And now I want to put a little bit of interest on here. I got this fabric from Hobby Lobby, and it's a super, super loose weave. You can see the texture. It frays so easy. And I meant to look at the name when I got it the last time, and I didn't do that. But I got it in this section where you get the muslin at my store anyways. But it's very cool. I really like the way it frays. It doesn't take much effort at all. Nothing at all. So we'll just dab this on here like that. In the middle. There we go. Oh, you know what? I wanted it this way. Yes, I wanted that fringe on the bottom there. And here's a little pink one. I believe this is from Tracy Fox's Minis. She did a whole series on minis about a year ago, I think it was. The pine cones. There we go. So that one is finished. So now I have one of these for each one. For each of my journals. The other one I'm going to make is actually the same thing. I'm going to be using an envelope. And let me cut it off right about here. So I just laid it on my page to make sure that it is going to fit this way on my journal page. And I'm going to just cover this in aged from an old book. And I'm going to do it a little differently. I mean, this would be, of course, sort of a, you know, the first way I would have thought of doing it, but now I'm going to do it differently. I want the words to be at an angle and not necessarily straight. So I'm going to cover it up doing this, like so. And just cutting off some of this excess that I don't need. This wraps really easy because it's such old paper. And cutting off some more excess here. So remember, the back's not going to matter that much. And let me just get in there and glue this. Glue it along the top so we don't accidentally split the papers there. And just glue it around here. There we go. And so the second sheet, I'm going to angle off the other way. And I think this looks pretty neat if you have a lot of spaces. This doesn't have too many spaces in it, but the more spaces you have, it kind of breaks up the print a little bit. So I am just going to do this like so. Just makes it a little different than the way I usually do it, which is like I showed you before, just the straight across print, which is nothing wrong with it, but always looking for a little variety, right? Just a little variety. Now you'll want to glue right in here because you don't want to be putting your tag away and then accidentally catch that. I've been having trouble with this guy all morning. Okay. Stick it on there like this here. Yay. And just glue it up. So that makes it a little different. Been really enjoying the colors of this kit. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something with that glue. There we go. All set. Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the fall colors. I didn't think I was going to be able to this year, but it's going to be awesome. Awesome. I haven't seen them for a while. Well, hopefully I will. I mean, some years in Michigan, if it's a real stormy year, you don't have much of a season of seeing the pretty colors. But I have a chance, I think. I have a fighting chance that I'm going to be able to see some nice colors out there. Go for a walk in the woods someplace, hear the crunchy leaves under my feet, smell the crisp air, watch the squirrels running around finding their nuts and burying them, thinking they do everything in secret, while the squirrel next door is watching their every move. Oh dear. You know what? I think I went off the boundaries on that a little bit. No, that's okay. We'll just glue that down a little bit there. Yeah, wasn't a very good fold there. All right. Then, so I got these. These are really cool. These are, I guess, she calls them rip sheets. These are from Musings by Nikki. And they're really beautiful. And they're just strips of different sizes, different width that way. And I got these and I thought, well, these are really quite perfect to decorate the outside of this, of these different tags. You know, these slender tags. It just was the right size for that. And also putting one for the inside tag that you're going to put on the inside of that. So here is my paper. Now I wanted it to be high enough so that when I put, I plan to put this on the inside so that it'll peek out like so. And then this will be here like that. So that's kind of the plan that I have for this. So let's fold this in half. Now this one is 3 3/4 inch wide. And oh, I'm hoping it's going to fit anyways. It should fit good. There we go. Yeah, so 3 3/4 inch wide is about right, especially if we're going to be folding it double. Alrighty, I'm just going to put a little bit down here along the edge. And all the way down. Very tempting to put a mushroom on there. I was extremely tempted. But I think I might be overdoing the mushrooms, so I had to calm myself down a little bit on the mushroom part of it. Oops. This needs to be cut off here. There. Okay, so here is the little journaling card on the inside. That goes right down like that. You can see the little thing coming up there. Yeah, this here I didn't fold close enough to the envelope, so I need to get that glued down there. There. And this one here, let's see, goes right down like that. The front of it. Very easy, very simple. Yeah, I like these little strips. I really do. Very pretty, woodsy, fall themed. Probably find out another place to put them. Okay, so there we are. We have all of these little, which will eventually be belly bands that I can put, you know, some kind of journaling card inside them. And then I have these here. Very cute. Very cute. So that was fun to get these done. Plus these little tag guys here as well. So yeah, this was our little or my little project that I had going today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are working on your fall. Well, you probably are working on your Christmas projects. Yeah, if I were a smart cookie, that's what I'd be doing. So hopefully I will get to that right after I get these two finished. So we will talk to you later. Please consider subscribing, and you know, if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, and I will see you again soon. Bye.